What's up, boys? We're back with some more of the full taser recon scout in an attempt to eventually at some points get the weapon box artifact to add another beam weapon to the build so we can add global beam upgrades while focusing the taser hardcore. And then this time we're going to mix it up a bit and go for weapon damage instead of status effects. The status effects will still get a little bit of potency to add some crit chance as we hit enemies a bunch, but we're going to go for more of the upfront damage and crit stats this time instead. See what the beams themselves can do once we get the chain lightning effect going. For weapons, I think I like always grabbing the boomerang for some nice utility. Trying to get the electrical conversion on the Zukov so that we have a bit of synergy there, and then probably just grabbing the cryo drone so that we don't unlock anything bad for the build, so we have very focused upgrades for the taser. The issue is that starting with the Zukov, any projectile weapon will add some bad stuff, and then since you want the boomerang for some nice utility, then throwable stuff also unlocks stuff for you. Let's go ahead and grab the taser first so we can start getting the levels on that. So with the boomerang, then the cryo grenade unlocks throwable stuff. And even though I really like both of those weapons, I just want to get as many upgrades as possible on the taser, see what that can really do on a build like this. Gold scanner's okay. We're not doing salt pits here, but we can still get some nice global upgrades with that. Let's go fire rate to get the overclock here. Take a large stat increase to a bunch of useful stuff. I'll take the taser levels when they're pretty close. Let's go ahead and grab this, try and push the levels on it. I guess if we keep using the detonators like that, that actually does cut down on the gold a little bit, since they won't have the scanner applied to them. But it can sometimes be a struggle to mine out the early levels when you don't have any mining speed and you get swarmed pretty easily. And then you get double shellbacks, making it even harder. Oh, don't think I can avoid that magnet. Taser. And then here, Nishanka. No, projectile would screw me over. So, really just looking for the boomerang and the cryo drone, I suppose. If we can get them without spending a ton. Okay, there's a cryo. Let's see, maybe I can pull them into the flowers up here? That guy stopped. I guess we'll take a bit of movement to help me run around. Probably Zukov levels. I think getting that one up to 18 would basically guarantee survival in the early game, since that unstable overclock is extremely impactful, even when you're not heavily focusing it. I can pull them up. Dang it. Every time they stop right before the flowers. Actually, I killed them kind of quickly. Let's see if we can mine a bit more. Taser overclock. Go for... I'm actually not sure. If we're going for the upfront beam damage, then we get more value out of damage than normal. So that's a good amount of stats overall then. And more value than you would normally get from that on a taser build. Decent XP. Let's see if we can get the detonators over there to go off for some nice XP as well. Not too bad. I I guess we will take a legendary for that, even though it's not what I'm primarily going for. I think it's good enough that we don't want to pass that. Kind of risky. Probably not gonna go for that. Let's get another Zukov for now. Pick up. I don't think I'm gonna take that from a shop though. That's almost all of my golds. We will take a paint shop, push that up a bit further. That's fine. Some movements. Luck definitely. Actually, I should have probably grabbed that first. Let's go ahead and save that since I have the gold scanner.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
I'll never get used to this.
The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. They got a swarm incoming.
Definitely want all the luck we can get for more opportunities for +1 beams legendaries on the hopeful 2 beam weapons we can get if we find a weapon box. But for now, just the taser.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up.
I don't think the ammo rig thing works on this, right? There's no fire rate stat for it. So there's no way to increase the attack speed on it at all, I guess. Gotta pull them away from the supply pod for a bit, and we could definitely use some HP as well. Taser. See if we can focus the detonator there to clear them out a bit. Coupons to go with the gold scanner, that's decent. Pickled Nitra is fantastic damage-wise, but I'm gonna go for the greed here. Then here, global damage, I think. That works on both the weapon hits and their status effects. So we're looking for the boomerang. There we go. Now with this 4-weapon combination, our upgrade should be very focused towards the taser. We haven't unlocked anything that we don't really want. start getting some decent damage onto the elites now. Looks like we've mined out everything. Can get a little bit more out of the gold scanner, but it's so slow right now. Let's grab a paint job here. Really like the utility you can get for the boomerang. Let's get to level here. We do want the overclocks eventually in case we get the turbo encabulator for a lot of global damage and reload speeds. Let's go ahead and grab the magnet for some power. We're already getting into unavoidable damage territory. We could use some more mining speed still, and then try and get some detonators on top of all of them. Taser level, a bit more mining. Probably a blue reload and then taser level. We can get an overclock here, and that might help me out a bit on this level. Oh, no electric conversion. That is a completely dead weapon. RIP. Neither of these are super impactful for me now without that. That's a lot of balls. We could probably use a bit of HP just in case here. We're going weapon damage, so I'm fine with that one. Normally I would take potency to maximize that. I'll take a second overclock here, +1 beams. That one doesn't really do much now, so we'll take a boomerang level. Another boomerang does get us an overclock, and we can get the spiral pattern for some massive damage on that. And to stick around longer to collect XP, hopefully, once we get the next overclock. Decent global damage. What? I was fully on there. What? Why is this a thing where you just randomly lose the run for no reason? Come on, man. There's no reason for me to die there. I couldn't even get any further on it. What is happening? Alright, we're trying the recon and scout again since we just randomly bugged out and died for no apparent reason.
Find and eliminate the dreadnought. Remember, you're on your own this time. There's no one to carry your body back to the drop pod if you fail.
I guess we can try to get the electric conversion on the Zukov again, which is a pretty significant upgrade if you can get that. But man, that is just so frustrating, just randomly having the run like slightly bug out and just screw you over completely. I guess we are going for crit stats.
Tripod active. Locate the LZ and prep it for landing.
Don't think I want any of these. Stubby's nice, but projectile upgrades are a big no-no. Boomerang. These are pretty bad as well. Armor's okay. I guess we could try it early on, see how it feels. Bit of movement, piercing. Boomerang reloads. Decent global. Let's not run into a bunch of flowers. Let's go reload for that. Let's go ahead and check our overclock here. Nope, we'll take the big stat increase. Since we want the cryo drone, that would also unlock upgrades for just the damage on those two, which would be bad if we went cryo on that. Although the freezing effect is super nice, just makes it harder to really upgrade the taser. Stop them over there so we can get some boomerang shots while mining the loot bugs. Then let's line up the Zukov shots to get some decent damage on them early on when we can, because it's really hard to mine once the shellback is out. Go for some detonator. It didn't even go off. Piercing is pretty solid if we can get the electric conversion on it. I get a bit more damage on him. Big reload. I think I will grab that for the boomerang. Damage on it will be a bit more important here as our second weapon this time. Big movements. Cryo guard. Unfortunately, that leaves taser as the fourth weapon, but it will make it a little bit easier to hit it with less weapons in the pool now. Potency, we will take that. Another reload into an overclock. We can grab the XP collection now and look for the spiral pattern later on. Reload, reload. Let's go here to help us grab a bit more XP, and that's the main stat I want on the boomerang. Decent pickup. Not quite as necessary now with the boomerang, but I will still take an epic for it. Potency, I'm not sure here. It depends on whether we get the overclock there, but that's always going to be decent. Big movement or luck. That'll help us get beams upgrades for any beam weapons. Sure. Paint job or potency. I like the boomerang more than the cryo drone. It's mainly just to really focus my upgrades on that one. Don't really care about stuff on it too much. So we're looking for the taser now. Nope. Nope. There we go. Right before the first shop, so we can actually start getting upgrades for it. Do I want to lock a big crit chance? Sure. We'll try it and see how it feels. Take the luck, taser, and we can grab that as well to grab the spiral pattern already. Now we can start farming XP.
We have quotas to fulfill. Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
I think probably fire rate. We can get the more efficient light reload speed if it's at the same rarity. Since the only weapons I care about on the build are all lights.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Boomerang reload, I guess. It is kind of carrying me right now, and it is collecting a lot of resources.
The surface is too packed for a supply pod to land. Please clear it.
Another reload. Multi-tool, if we get the weapon box, is going to be pretty nice. So I may just grab that here. XP scanner if I was on Salt Flats maybe, but we're at 24. That goes up to 61, pretty solid. Big damage and potency, yup. We'll take a taser level, still need quite a few for that. Probably just grab some XP here. Haven't gotten any of that yet, and we're going to be farming quite a bit with the boomerang already. Big mining.
Well done, you got them all.
Paint shop for that. That is probably what I want the most for the cryodrone. Just to get efficient levels on it in case we do get the turbo encabulator. Potency would probably be my second choice, I think, for it.
You're really pissing off the bugs. They're getting angrier.
Global damage is pretty solid. Go for some early pickup here. Probably damage potency for electrical.
Alert! Threat level increasing.
Massive electrical.
They're everywhere. Move out, miner. Get it over with.
Ah, that's a tough choice. Armor and a big reload. Reload's the stat I want the most on that. So I think I am taking that. Critical damage is decent. We do want that for this run.
My scanner is overloading, miner. Get a move on.
Potency, damage. Those are both pretty good, actually. I think that goes nicely with the reload speed for a lot of extra debuffing on it. And that will increase the crit chance of everything with all the stacks. We can get a bit of armor here.
Get it done, miner. All tasks complete. Finished. The drop
We'll
pod
go
is
crits here.
Get on it.
It really wants me to take some armor on this run, though. Another electrical, wow. Did I get the armor? Yeah, that was this run. We're trying that out as the first one. Probably potency for that.
Get a move on, miner. Drop pod will head out momentarily.
Decent XP.
Stage 2 completed. Taking you closer to your target.
Alright, I think at this point we might have to go full boomerang, because that is really getting some huge upgrades. Grab a second one of those, some nice crit chance, damage. We will still take a paint job on the taser, and then I guess we can go sidearm on it now. Full upfront damage on the boomerang it is, take some mining speed. It's still nice to have some debuffs, reload.
Get to it.
Yeah, that's just sometimes how it goes when the weapon you want to focus doesn't come around until the 4th slot. It'll be a bit harder to get some of the levels on it. And sometimes you'll just get such good upgrades on the earlier stuff that you might want to use them anyways. Legendary, 2 purples, plus some very nice global upgrades as well. More boomerang. We could probably take potency on that now. Or just completely max out the boomerang.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching. Supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone.
reload. We finally got an upgrade for that. I will take it. Coupons to buy more stuff in the shop. Powder's not bad, but I think I like getting this early on if I'm gonna take it. We will still grab some early luck. So I want a legendary status damage. It's less valuable here. I guess it'll probably still be worth it. Boomerang. Damage and potency. We can take some potency for that. That'll buff everything still. Taser damage, sure. Let's go reload on that and hopefully try and find the conversion. More boomerang! Damage, check that. Got the electrical. Another legendary electrical potency, wow. If I take that, I have 23 left for rerolling. Sure. That's decent, that's a cheap level. Boomerang. And don't really have much left.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
More boomerang! Level 25 on the 4th stage. probably need some early nitro scanners if you really want to push the weapon levels super high.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
XP or weapon range? I'll go a bit more XP. We do have really pumped up boomerangs collecting XP for us. Weapon box. That's actually pretty good with the armor grease on recon scouts, but I'm not going to pass up a weapon box. You got the plasma burster with slowing, which is kind of useful, but it unlocks throwable, which is actually good now that we're full boomerang. That's actually fantastic. Throwable upgrades, freezing, another tag for the multi-tool for even more reload speed. Big mining speed, sure. And we have the throwable stuff appearing now. Would have been an absolutely cursed run if I had stuck with the taser, but things are looking up now, actually. +1 beams or boomerang, that's a tough choice. I do want that, but I think we'll take this and have it debuff a bit better for everything. Paint job is pretty solid on that if we get it up to 18. Tons of detonators to AoE farm, more boomerang. Status or reloads? We can eventually add some shocking to that as well, but we're super heavy into the weapon damage, so... Potency, sure. And even more beams. That wastes a level, but it's still not bad at 19. We'll definitely take a boomerang. Sure. Go for some massive fire rate, some electrical, light reload. Sure. Fire rate, we don't really need that now. I'll take some more mining. Then one more to look for some nitrous stuff. I do like both of these for the plasma burster. Reload and more freezing for it.
Destroy the cocoons and take out the dreadnought. Good luck, miner.
gold scanner off a hoarder. That's pretty nice as well. That's okay. Only really works on the Zukov and none of the other four, so I think I'm just going gold scanner here. Paint job, I do like the overclocks for that. We are very low on HP, so I honestly don't mind the ration pack. That's a pretty significant survivability increase on a run that's already quite good on damage, with even more damage and potency. Actually, if I leave some flowers up, I might be able to use some of them on the boss now. Reload does get an overclock. We can see what we can get off of that. +1 drone, sure. Oh my god, that almost cheesed me. Right, there's a charge. Let's try and pull them through some of the flowers now. Some more flowers once they're in position. And we can try and pull them through some detonators here. That works on 2, that works on 3. I actually really do like the plasma here. So I'm thinking this one for more freezing on it.
I rarely pick one of these.
It's less damage, but it's more utility, I think.
Dreadnought down. Objective completed. Excellent job. All tasks complete. Siege finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
Let's go reload speed over damage since it's more for utility.
Drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner. Impressive work, miner. The dreadnought never knew what hit it.
Electrical crit. Do I want a big movement? I don't think I really need it, but it's kind of nice. Kind of want to see what else we get. Probably take a reload for that. Big reload there. I guess I do like that for efficient levels. Probably look for something more useful than damage. Global's pretty good. Electric and potency, boomerang level, because why not? Don't really need any of these.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here. Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching. We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
This is getting very bright with so many light blue numbers. Let's make it a bit easier on the eyes here.
We got a swarm incoming.
Reload, I like that for another overclock. And no electrical, so we'll take the reload speed and damage for even more slowing. See, fire rate works on only the Zukov here, so it's either pills or reroll. We do have a bunch of rerolls, so let's see what else there is. Gold tipped? Did I have any scanners here? Yes. So that's actually pretty good damage-wise.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. Objective completed. Excellent job.
Piercing or XP? I don't think I care about the Zukov too much. It's not bad. Probably still worth it. It's a lot of AoE damage. perfect magnet timing, although the boomerang did pick it up a bit early. Let's go for just like 4 spots of this. I'll take a potency level, then not play too greedy since it's very far away. See if I can get some dodges here to help out a bit as well, since we have the armor grease. Boomerang, late reloads, throwable's okay. Probably looking for reload or potency on that. Paint job for levels, boomerang every time, crit chance. Reload's nice. We don't have to take any of these, but I guess movement and some reload's fine. I don't think we really need to pick up too much now with the super pumped up collection boomerang. Shouldn't take too long to kill some of the detonators with all the AoE damage we have. Then we can run through the hole they make. Boomerang. Ooh, Chemist is not bad. Down for that. Pickled Nitro's pretty good damage. We don't really need that. I can actually kind of anti-synergy with the armor grease, which you need to move for. Probably just take the Pickled Nitro then. I think I will still take a legendary for that, even if it's not necessary.
Well done, you got them all. All tasks complete. Drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
Boomerang.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer in the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
We have a nice reload and a paint job to get an overclock here. That one's just bad, even though I've tried to build around it before. We'll have them explode. Some nice reload. Durable reload. Global damage is decent. Electric and potency. I don't mind a bit of survivability, still kind of light on that, and we have some gold to spend. Paint job to try and finish that off. Decent crit chance. We should probably lock that. We'll have very high crit chance with all the electrical weapons applying their debuffs still. Should be one of the better damage stats I can grab still. Decent crit chance. Could grab reflex. Probably a lot of survivability. That's the maximum dodge we could grab. If we start taking some damage. Boomerang. That puts us at 55%. Over double the effective HP if you're not getting one-shots. More luck. Grab our big damage upgrades. Don't think we need any of those. Paint job finishes that off, or we could grab potency plus another level somewhere. And that would save more for boomerangs. Have that bounce some more times. Big reload if I want that. Sure. No boomerang. Rip. Oh, I might actually want to spend the nitra so we don't get too slow.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
take some reload for that, I think. Bring it close to the level 18. See, that might actually work since I'm not going for the debuffs as much. 71 and 313. But you have to account for the crit chance from all the electrical weapons as well. It's probably not going to end up being worth it. So I guess we'll re-roll here. Ooh, energy bars, that's a lot of damage. I'm going to basically half my HP. YOLO. We're playing the just don't get hit forehead build with both dodge artifacts and a tiny amount of HP. Decent light reload. Let the bugs knock the gold down for me, and then the boomerang will collect it for me. More luck or potency? I don't think we're hitting 18 on that. Durable damage, don't really need those. Oh yeah, we might actually get more value from simply holding a decent amount with that now. I think we're probably well over 100% crits on enemies that are getting hit a bunch. Crit damage, not sure, that might still be worth it. Paint job would finish that off, but we could also get a green for it.
What else we got?
Electrical damage and potency is nice. Potency, we're buffing for it anyways. Let's see, we do have a decent amount of nitro, but we do have pickled as well. So it might be better to just hold a bit for both of those.
This is it. Destroy the cocoons and take out the dreadnought. Good luck, miner.
Then we'll see how our damage numbers are doing here and hopefully not get blinded by all the light blue lights. I'm actually getting kind of slow, so I'm probably gonna have to keep up the dodge buff now, just to avoid them. Guess we should have spent a bit more nitro. That's the biggest cluster of flowers I think I've ever seen. Holy.
We got too much clutter for the supply pod to land. Do something.
More boomerang? That is probably better, but more boomerang. Standing still, probably not. Oh, we actually could increase my speed a little bit while looking for something better. That's almost certainly a damage loss now. Knowledge isn't bad on the final floor. Gold scanner is actually not terrible with the gold tipped either. Big reload for the plasma burster. I guess. Light reload is pretty good. Really late for that. More boomerang. Decent crit damage. Oh my, what is happening? Light reloads. Then we can try and pull them through the flowers right as they spawn. Try to get my speed buff up because I am very slow.
Dreadful down. Objective completed. Excellent job. Well done. Objective completed. Your pod has arrived. Get them.
906% damage with a bit of gold tipped and pickled nitro stacking towards the end. I couldn't do too much or we would have just gotten run over by them. Some decent energy bars as damage. Just don't get hit with tons of dodge and very low 171 max HP. Kim's kit for a bit of extra debuffing. We even had some extra HP there or I would have had like 100 HP. Weapon box actually gave a very solid outcome here, giving us throwable upgrades for the main weapon, as well as some nice freezing. And we went for a bit of the upfront damage on the weapons this time, so we could actually use the crit chance from the electrical debuff. A lot of the time when I go for these types of weapons, I go more for the status effect damage.
Congratulations. One less dreadnought to worry about. Management sends their regards.
So we had electrical debuffs on these three, but this one started off as kinetic. I guess it's only 3 million. So let's see, that would be 87. That would be about 100 million. So I think we had about 47 million electrical dot with basically zero investment into status damage. We did get a little bit of potency on the weapons to improve the overall debuffs and especially our crit chance. I think we had about 80% crit chance or so, and then the weapon should have brought that to well over 100 on any enemy that was living long enough. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.